You spin me right round, baby, right round like a... Never mind. See, hey guys, welcome back to more JREMLP. We're playing Super Mario Odyssey again. And I hit the thing, and now we're gonna launch a thing at Squidly's head over here. I don't know what this guy's name is, I completely forgot. It's been like a little bit since I last recorded, but not as long. I've had another exam, and not an exam. I had a lab report due, and I grinded it out all today, and now it's like 1:30 a.m. and I'm chilling. I'm chilling. Let's record. I'm super excited. I also recorded some Smash today, which is probably uploaded long before this video. I'm pretty sure my Smash content will be full. It's pretty much just going to be uploaded shortly after it gets recorded for the most part. Whereas Super Mario Odyssey, it's going to be a bit more behind because, you know, the nature of the game doesn't lend too well to, what am I trying to say? Maybe not the nature of the game, but rather it's easier to just throw out a random Smash video whenever than a Mario Odyssey video where everything has to be in order. I have right? Because it's an adventure game. I have to get it all done in order. Whereas Smash, I just, you know, whatever, Smash Bros, do some dumb shit, nothing matters. Here you go, just go. You know what I'm saying? That's enough using this guy. He's worthless. Can I get in here? Okay. I'm like, eventually I should be able to get in here. Oh shit. Moon right there. Oh, and that's one of the moons I need. That's actually an important moon. I thought that was just a random moon in here. Alright. We've had, what, one episode of Bubblaine already? So we'll probably just finish up Bubblaine in this episode and then move on. I think there's, I want to say 3 or 4 major kingdoms left, but I'm not sure. This is one of the prettiest kingdoms, but my favorite kingdom's coming up. If you know, you know. That kingdom in particular, I feel like that one's really divisive. Some people love it, some people hate it. But I think it's the most unique one, and I just enjoy it for that reason. Also, the music bangs in that kingdom. But no point talking about that now. That's like one of the last kingdoms in the whole game. So let's just move on and play some seaside kingdom. It is kind of weird we have 2 water levels, but at least one's like a beach, whereas the other one's more of a kind of like an underground cave type deal, like Atlantis type whatever. Whereas this one's fucking Gelato Beach too, you know. We found the Dory mobile. Can we oh, I can't shop because there's guys around? Is that it? I have to hit the 4th thing and then I can shop? I have like 37 purple coins. I can actually leave. I have enough moons to dip, but I'm not. I'm chilling. I'm still gonna get this done. Like I said, World Peace route is the best one. Get all the main story quests done at least, if you're not gonna 100% it. Fun little secret. Not a secret, well, it's kind of a secret. I don't know what defines a secret in this game, because there's so much shit to do that you're gonna find this kind of not, like, story relevant stuff all the time. Oh my fucking god. I'm getting absolutely mauled right now. Please. Please. Oh my god. Jesus Christ. This is weird because I don't have a Cappy. So this feels very... When you're without Cappy, you feel naked as fuck, bro. You know, like those secret levels in Super Mario Sunshine where you feel naked as fuck because FLUDD gets yeeted out of your system? This is like that. But like, in different contexts. Those are always platforming challenges. This is like... This still feels like you're in the level, but suddenly you don't have Cappy. The secret levels in Sunshine were cool and all, But yeah, they always fell out of place because you're literally just taken out of the world. You don't. There's no connection between the level and the world you're in, outside of maybe one or two random details you might see. It never actually matters. Like, the only reason you know what world you're in is because you came through that world. But otherwise, the context clues just aren't there. This one still looks like I'm in Bubblaine, is what I'm trying to say. It's also much easier, because everything in this game is much easier. One of the problems with this game is that it can be relatively easy. The game is super fun to play, but the challenges, for the most part, are not too challenging. Although there are difficult challenges, they're just, they vary in difficulty. And since you don't have to really get everything, there's no set number of moons there's no set moons that you have to get outside of the... You don't even have to get them, but the World Peace Route, most of the challenges are pretty easy. The hard moons in this game are all, like, not required. And even then, most of them are pretty easy. Most of the work is finding them rather than anything else. I'm still missing one, right? Oh, it's over there. Downtown, eh? Let me make my way downtown, walking fast, faces past, and you know now. I don't even know if I said the lyrics right. I can't even remember. Da 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 da. God, you know I'm old when I sing that song. Well, relatively old. Am I relatively old? I don't actually know what relatively old is. I feel old because most people that play games are usually pretty young, right? At a certain age, you're expected to grow out of video games, and then here I am playing literally Mario, an actual baby child's game. 24 years old, you know? 23? 24 years old. Is that too old? Is that too old to game? I don't know. It sometimes feels too old, but, you know, I feel like there's no age limit for gaming. And what's the average gamer's age? I feel like probably like 17, 18, something like that. That seems about right. I don't actually know. It might depend on what console you're playing on. Like the Switch's average age is probably even lower. It's probably like 15 or something. Whereas PS4, PC, I feel like the PC gamer is probably the oldest. They're probably on average around maybe like 25 even. Whereas PS4, Xbox are probably like 18 on average. Me, I play basically anything. Nintendo's what I play the most because I'm that much of a stupid little kid, but I'm down with basically any console. I think console wars are like the stupidest fucking thing. Why be obsessed with who's got the better console when you could just play both? I mean, the thing is that the reason it started is because people can't afford it, because they're kids, right? They can't afford multiple consoles, or they have other shit that they need to spend their money on, like, you know, rent. Yeah, something of value that they need to either spend their money on, or they just don't have money because they're stupid kids. I still need to find one more moon in here. But yeah, so that's how console wars start. But it's kind of silly because it doesn't really matter what you play on. It never has. Some consoles are objectively better than others to an extent, but it usually depends on what you're interested in. I think this generation where the PS4 has come out as of this video, I don't know. I'm recording this in October. I think there's still a month or two until the PS5 comes out. I think I was talking about the PS5 earlier, but I said PS4. But yeah, the PS5 as of right now isn't out. So this generation, I'm talking Switch, PS4, Xbox One, PC. I'm not adding it because PC's never obsolete. And they have everything except like a few console exclusive, but for the most part, your PC's got everything you need. I think PS4 gives you the most variety in terms of games, because it has a good set of exclusives, and then in addition to that, it also has wait, what was it? Good set of exclusives and a number, and most of the major multiplats. Man, I'm losing my train of thought. Well, because I'm trying to compute what I said while also trying to figure out which way I need to go in this stupid game. Yeah, PS4 is the best variety. Switch is good because it has very unique games. I don't know if they're necessarily unique from what Nintendo usually offers, but they're unique as in Nintendo is different from other developers. So the experiences they give you don't really show up in other consoles for the most part. And then Xbox, I think most of what's on the PS4 is also on Xbox, but there are less exclusives, but it doesn't really matter. There's still a few solid exclusives on Xbox. And if you're more interested, it depends on what you're interested in, right? If you're interested in the Xbox exclusives more, then just grab that, right? There's no real competition. But if we were to objectively decide which console is the best, in terms of what it offers, probably the PS4. But then again, Xbox also has that sweet deal with the Game Pass, so maybe it's actually Xbox. I think Xbox is actually going to do really well in the next generation. Maybe not. I don't know, their next console doesn't even really feel like they're hyping it up to be a new console the way PS5 is being hyped up, probably a little more than it deserves by Sony, but you know, it makes sense, marketing, right? But the new one just feels like more powerful Xbox One, whereas the PS5 is being treated like this is the new deal. The gaming is about to fucking change forever. But because of the way they're handling it, PS5 is going to end up costing a lot more, and I think that's going to be a good edge for Xbox. Because they also have two models, and one of them's relatively cheap. Like, I think it's about as expensive as a Switch. Which, you know, that's a pretty good price for a fairly powerful console. The weaker version is significantly weaker, but I think it's still more powerful than an Xbox, right? An Xbox One, I mean. If it's more powerful than an Xbox One, then getting it for, I think it's like, what, $300 US? That's pretty good. If that's how much... I don't think it runs discs, actually, so that is an issue, but otherwise, that's pretty cool. As for the PS5, it's going to have much more interesting games, for the most part. I want to say, maybe not. It definitely has more promising... I went down the same fucking tube, huh? It definitely has more promising exclusives, as of right now. We don't know how things will end up, but right now it looks more promising in terms of offering you something brand new. But in addition to the fact that the console is going to be like, what, $600? I think $500 for the cheaper model, and this is US dollars. It's even more for me, because I'm Canadian. I think it's going to be like $700 for me. Something like that? I can't remember. Maybe it's 500 Canadian, I can't remember. But whatever, still, the cheapest model is still significantly more expensive than the cheapest model of Xbox. So I think that's just going to be the key difference between the two. Sony's going to give you the new shit, whereas Xbox is more affordable. That, in addition to the fact that, new games are going to go up in price. I think they're going to be like $80, which is $80 US, which is insane because it's already $80 in Canada right now for a brand new game. So in Canada, a brand new game for the PS5 will cost like $100, which is nuts. Whereas with Xbox, you can buy the Game Pass, which I think is relatively cheap, and you get like a lot of good games for not too much money a month. I can't remember the exact details. Actually, I'm gonna look it up right now. So just bear with me. Bear with me. I'm gonna sit in front of the Sphinx and look it up. Xbox Game Pass price. Oh wait, no, it says right there. $10 a month. US. $15 per month for the Ultimate Game Pass, which I guess gives you more games. So that's relatively good because they give you a lot of shit. And also, what was it? The first 3 months is $1? Is it $1 a month? Or is it $1 for the 3 months? No, it's $1 for the 3 months. So the first 3 months, it's holy shit, $1, and then $10 every month after that, $15 for the Ultimate. That's fucking nuts. Holy shit, I didn't realize just how good of a deal Game Pass is, because it has so many games on it too. Most of the major titles eventually get released on Game Pass, so that's pretty crazy. I did not expect that. So this generation, I feel like last few generations, PlayStation, Xbox were kind of in competition with each other in terms of what they're offering, because they kind of offered the same shit, and what set them apart were their exclusives for the most part. And Sony usually had more exclusives, but Xbox had fucking Halo, which is more important than any Sony exclusive. I'm not saying Halo's better than any Sony exclusive, but rather, it does better than any Sony exclusive does. So, Xbox really rides on that. And what, Gears of War is the other one, and Forza. Those are like, I think those are Xbox's big three. They also have Fable, I think, and I think that's coming out for Xbox Series X. So they got some stuff, but Sony usually has more. But I think this year, it's gonna be less about. Or not this year, but this generation for PS5, Xbox Series X. It's definitely gonna be less about whether the consoles would. It's gonna be less about them being the same and just picking which one you want to get. There's gonna be other stuff involved, mostly in terms of price, the pricing. The PS5 is gonna give you the new experiences, whereas the Xbox is gonna give you, the gamer who has other shit to spend their money on, Either that or they don't have that much money. So that's fair. That's a reason to pick Xbox legitimately over PS5 for a reason other than this. Did I miss this one here? This one that's right in front of my goddamn start. But I've been talking about the PS5. But what I was saying was the reason it's no longer just exclusives. There's like monetary value in picking one over the other now. I think the PS5 and Xbox or PS4 and Xbox were relatively the same shit. But then this generation, they really next generation, I feel like they're really separating, where one's just going to be like a continuation of what they had, but a little bit more powerful, while the other one, PS5, is just trying to change everything. I kind of ranted a little bit there. I just wanted to get my thoughts on it out there, because console wars are stupid, but this year, I feel like this time there's actually going to be real differences in the console, other than, a few exclusives, and you just pick whichever one you prefer. One struggle I always have with picking, I've always been a Sony over Microsoft kind of guy in terms of what I prefer, but I've also significantly prefer the Xbox controller over Sony's, which I don't even like the DualShock controllers. Straight up, I don't think they're good. I think they're fine and they do the job, but I don't really enjoy using the controller that much. I prefer the PS3 to the PS4 controller, to be fair. But yeah, for the most part, the controller's just fine. I definitely think the PS4 is actually has the weakest controller this generation, if you count the Switch Pro controller instead of the Joy-Cons. The PS4 is definitely the worst to me. Obviously everyone can have their preferences, but I feel like the PS4 just doesn't. The controller's not It doesn't. It's not that. What do I want to say? It doesn't feel that good in your hands. Whereas the Xbox One controller, incredible, actually incredible. Xbox does something right with their fucking controllers, and it makes me so mad that I don't love Halo more for me to always want to pick Xbox over Sony. Because let me tell you, bro, I picked Sony this generation clearly because, well, one, it was easy for me to get, but also because the exclusives appeal to me more. Like, every day of the week, I'll pick Bloodborne over literally any Xbox exclusive for me personally. But God, I wish I could play Bloodborne with a goddamn Xbox controller. It would definitely make the experience much better. Are there 4 pipes here? God, I don't know which one I'm supposed to go into, because I know there's another side to that 8-bit area that I need to do. Oh, there it is. I still need to find that goddamn fourth like fountain thing. I'm already up to like 20 minutes, and all I've been doing is rant. Is it really ranting? I think I've just been getting my thoughts out there. Ranting, I feel, is usually associated with, I don't want to say negativity, but I mean, kinda, yeah. It's negativity that we associate ranting with. It's usually someone that needs to like vent their thoughts in an aggressive way. Like they have very aggressive thoughts that they need to get out there, and maybe it's something that upsets them usually. Whereas I think my one was more. I haven't really talked to too many people about this because I feel like a lot of my friends just don't really care. So I'm the fucking nerd that does care, even though I'm probably not gonna pick these consoles up for a long time. I plan to probably eventually get a PS5, but yeah, I'm definitely not gonna pick these consoles up for a while because I can't afford a PS5, is what I'm saying. But oh, I gotta do this for a quick swim. Alright, well, new tech. Not new tech, I remember good tech. But I think this kind of stuff just interests me. Just from a... I like the way console manufacturers try to market their devices. And I like predicting how the competition will do. Personally, when the PS4 and Xbox One released, I pretty much said the PS4 is gonna kind of body the Xbox because I didn't have faith in the way Xbox was marketing the Xbox One. And ultimately they just had less exclusives and they just kind of got dominated in the market. They didn't really even have did they have a Halo game? Was Halo 5 an Xbox One game or was it a 360 game? I can't remember. Maybe they had an Xbox One game? I can't remember. I know they had the Master Chief Collection, but those aren't new games. So basically they didn't really offer much, and Halo's like what matters the most. And if you don't have Halo, what do you really have? That's like banking Nintendo's success on fucking Pikmin. I love Pikmin, and it's a high quality game in my opinion. But Nintendo's never gonna bank their success on a game that's doesn't appeal to like the normie, right? They bank their success on shit like this and Zelda and Pokemon and Animal Crossing. Those are like the big 4. And then everything else just kind of pads out the experience. What are Sony's main draws actually as far as exclusive go? I guess The Last of Us has been being hyped up for a long time, but only released like a couple months ago. The Last of Us 2 is what I mean. I think all the other Sony exclusives are just they just have a good variety of exclusives, even though none of them alone matter too much. Maybe Bloodborne? Am I missing anything? Oh, Metal Gear. That's probably a big one. Yeah, Metal Gear's probably a big one. Anyways, looks like we got all the 4 fountain moon things, and now we can just move on. I talked for a while about this Xbox, PS4 stuff. Just so you know that I don't only play stupid Nintendo games. For fuck's sake. I need people to know this. It's really important that people know this. That I don't just play stupid fucking Nintendo games all day. But actually I do, I just also play other games. I don't do anything with my life, I play video games. That's how it is. I mean, I do other stuff. Just, I think every other gamer plays one game for like a billion hours. But whereas for the most part, I play a lot of different games. Also, don't really watch that much TV. I think that's another thing. A lot of people, their free time is between video games and TV and some other stuff. Whereas I don't watch a lot of TV unless there's something I really want to watch. Yeah, it's weird. I actually don't know why I don't watch a lot of TV. Because I'm down to watch movies. I'm super down to watch movies. But maybe I feel like TV feels like a lot of investment. Like, time investment for something that I can't immediately tell if I'll like. Video games, you can usually tell if you'll like them pretty quickly because of the way the game plays. The way the game plays tells you, you know, this is how it plays. If you don't like it, you won't like the game. If you do like it, you'll probably like the game. And if you're mildly interested, maybe it'll get better. Like, maybe the tutorial was boring, but you're still invested in the gameplay. So, you know, you think maybe it's worth continuing because it might improve because I'm mildly interested. Whereas with TV, it's all about the story and the writing. So just the beginning is just as important, like the way they hook you in is equally as important as how the story concludes, right? If the ending to a TV show or a series is doesn't feel satisfying, then watching it at all feels like you wasted your time. So that's why, I guess that's why I don't really watch that many, because a lot of times when I start watching something, I stop enjoying it, and then I have to decide, do I really want to keep watching and hoping that the ending pays off? Or am I just going to stop right now and save me the time? And just because somebody else enjoyed something doesn't mean I will too. So as a result, I don't end up watching that much TV. I think I explained myself pretty well there. I'm still down to watch something if I can get invested early. Like, my favorite shows were pretty good from start to finish. Avatar: The Last Airbender, Breaking Bad, what was it? Death Note. Those are probably my 3 favorite shows to watch. Because I feel from start to finish, it's pretty satisfying. Even though they have their ups and downs, start to finish, I enjoy most of it. I'm having some trouble with this boss, actually. I don't really know why. It doesn't seem that complicated, but I'm struggling. Maybe because I'm talking about so much random shit. I've barely talked about the game today. I mean, among the JREM guys, I talk about the game the least. I'm usually the most invested in talking about whatever. There's kind of like a spectrum. I talk about the game the least. Well, actually, I don't know. I talk more than Michael and Jay. I don't know if they talk about the game less than me, but when they're playing the game, they often don't talk. So yeah, I talk about the games the least in comparison to the rest of my commentary. I'll count not talking during gameplay as basically the same thing. And then Marriage is on the other end of the spectrum. He talks about the game the most. And will not pay attention to people not talking about the game. Oh my god, I died again. How did I get hit by that? This is the worst gameplay I've ever had. You know what? Let's talk about the game. Let's talk about the game. There's no time to be shit at the game. How did I miss again? What the heck? Holy shit. This boss isn't even hard. This boss is pussy-ass easy, bro. And I'm struggling. It's because this thing keeps fucking moving, and then I run out of the goddamn octo sauce, which is just water, by the way. Octo sauce is just water. And then, what do I do after that? Can I ground pound him real quick here? Nope. Let me get back up there and scoop another guy. This time for sure. This time, I'm paying attention. I'm not talking about some dumb shit about TV shows, the amount we talk about the game, or Xbox, PS4, new generation talk, console wars, garbage. This time I'm not talking about any of that, even though the last 20 seconds kind of implied I still do. This time I'm talking about the game. This is an Octo guy, and I'm gonna body him. I don't know what his name is. I'm calling him Squidly. Because Squidly's what, the name of the guy in is that the name of Squidward's rival in SpongeBob? Wait, no, that's Squilliam. That's Squilliam. This is Squidly. I don't know who Squidly is. What? Did he not? Okay. How did he avoid the getting hit the first time? Does he have more health? Oh, I didn't even know I could do that. What? Wait, how do I do it? I did like it. Oh, I'm stupid. I thought I did a spin attack. No, I just turned in place while shooting. I'm actually stupid. Where'd he go? There's a seed here. I need to take it to the pot guy. But first, I need to finish off Squidly. I've had enough of your shit, Squidly. This is the phase that you bodied me the first time, where you shot the funny spike ball, or spear, and I struggled. And this guy's just out of range. It's so annoying, he's always just out of range. Maybe I'm not supposed to use Octomang. By the way, yes, I know this is not a squid. This is very clearly an octopus. It's funnier because I'm calling him Squidly. That's the joke. Before anyone says it. Before anyone dares saying the thing. He's got funny hair. He's also very bald. He's got a very funny design. I think I mentioned last episode this boss is the most Mario-looking boss we've seen. Excluding Bowser, of course. Because a lot of the other bosses felt kind of weird. The robot guy was kind of, like, unique for Mario. Then, what else did we have? We had the... Okay, the big arm guy, maybe not. He felt pretty Mario. What else did we have? We had the bunnies. They're kind of... Actually, no. They're pretty Mario. As far as the big bosses go, this is the most Mario, though. I'd count the bunnies as, like, mini-bosses. Oh, the big, like, bug thing? That was definitely very not Mario-like. Though, to an extent, its face still looked pretty Mario-ish. So maybe I don't know what the fuck I'm talking about. Maybe I'm a fucking idiot. Holy shit. Okay, let me quickly grab the seed before I forget, because I know where it is. And then we'll end the episode. This is the worst episode. I talked about so much stupid shit. And I don't know if any of what I said matters to anyone. This channel already doesn't really get a ton of views. So imagine talking about all this dumb shit, and everyone, the few people that are watching are like, what the fuck is this guy talking about? Fucking PS4, PS5, how they're being marketed, how they're whatever, like, what a waste of time I am. It's fine. It's fine. I can talk about what I want. It's okay. I'm going crazy because I'm not talking to the JREMLP boys. I'm just talking alone. And I've been doing this for, I think, about over a month now. Because I wanted this channel to start, you know, existing again. So I'm like, fuck it. I'll record on my own. Because, what else am I going to do? We do actually have something in the works coming soon. It's not going to be in together. It's going to be online, as you might expect. But we have something in the works. So look forward to that. Unless it's already out. It might already be out, depending on how I want to schedule things. Or if Jay's the one who's recording, then how he wants to schedule things. Whatever, it doesn't matter. we have something coming out, or it's already out. And if it is already out, I hope you enjoyed. And if it's not, I hope you will enjoy. Right? Simple as that. Nothing more to it. Let me get the stupid seed from downtown over to the pots. When these grow big enough, they'll give us a power moon, but I think they're based on how much time you spend in the world. Or maybe it's how much time you're playing in general, so it will grow if you're outside of the world. I can't actually remember. It doesn't matter. So they'll grow over time, and they'll give you a power moon. There's 4 of them in this world. But most worlds, I think they have 1. There's 1 in the Metro Kingdom. I remember that for sure. But I want to say there's 1 in basically every world. And this kingdom just basically had 4? There might even be 5. How did I not get that moon there? Didn't I think about getting it last episode and then I didn't? And then I still don't have it? Oh my god, I'm up to 35 minutes. Do I go for that shit right? No, I'm already leaving. No, fuck it. I'm already leaving. End the goddamn episode, you stupid idiot. Just end the goddamn episode. We're gonna go to the Snow Kingdom next episode. No getting that stupid last purple Bubblaine moon. We are moving on. See you guys then.